Hello, everybody. I bet you'll never guess who the judge is tonight. Hello, Mortimer Duke. Hello, Spider-Man. Hello, C-Rex. Oh, hello, kitty kisses. Hello, Nana Laura. So, yeah, we get to watch Judge Webster slowly lose her mind tonight. Hello, CE. Hello, Ginny. Ava is here. You probably can't see her through the cat butt. K-John Boom. Where's K-John Boom? I don't see K-John Boom. Hello, K-John Boom. Not going to do a whole lot of talking tonight because I feel about as good as I look right now. Hello, Steve Rushworth. Oh my gosh, from the UK. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you. I really, really do.
Your Honor,
Yes.
if we could too, can we see if anybody else needs an interpreter?
Yes, let's, Mr. Moriarty, I'm going to have you wait just a moment. Dahlia, could you please see if anyone else needs a Spanish language interpreter?
Yes, Your Honor. ¿Alguien más necesita un intérprete?
Yo
Por favor,
necesito
levante.
uno.
¿Usted necesita intérprete?
Sí, yo necesito.
¿Cuál es su nombre, por favor?
Ludis Eliezer Martínez Torres.
Ludis.
Eliezer Martínez Torres.
¿Tiene un número de caso?
El caso es de una corte.
No, disculpe, ¿un número de caso?
Número.
Sí.
Yo el que tengo es esta hoja que ellos me dieron, que es un ticker.
¿Tiene un número ahí?
Número de...
Que diga de R.
Dahlia, I do have his case number.
Okay.
Is it Martinez Torres?
It is. It's Ludi.
Yes.
Elisa Martinez Torres.
Yes, that is correct.
Yep, and his case number is BU 2024 TR 001495.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We are on the record in 2024 TR 1495, State of Kansas versus Ludi Eliezer Martinez Torres.
Muy bien, ahora estamos en el récord. Estamos llamando al caso número 24 TR 1495, Ludis Eleazar Martínez Torres.
Así es.
Jared Regier appears for the state and the defendant, Mr. Martinez Torres, appears in person and pro se.
Jared Regier es de parte del Estado, el fiscal, y también está aquí el señor Martínez Torres por Zoom.
Mr. Torres, you are charged with one count called operating a motor vehicle without a license.
Señor Ludis, su cargo es operar un vehículo sin licencia válida.
Así es, porque...
That is correct. Un momento, señor. Deje que la jueza hable.
Okay.
This is called a Class B misdemeanor, which means your penalties could be up to and no more than a $1,000 fine and 6 months in jail.
Esto es que se clasifica como una falla clase B. Esto puede llevar a 6 meses de cárcel y $1,000 de multa como una penalidad máxima.
Generally, the fines are in the lower range and probation is granted.
Usualmente se le puede otorgar libertad condicional y la multa podría ser menos.
Now, if you can get your license in the near future, you might be eligible for a program called diversion that could result in the charge being dismissed. But you do have to be able to get your license in the near future.
Señor Ludis, si es posible que usted pueda obtener una licencia válida, puede entrar en un programa que se llama Diversion. Ahí puede entrar en ese programa, pero es solo si usted cree que puede obtener una licencia válida en el futuro.
Do you want,
Yo primeramente Dios estoy luchando aquí en este país porque tristemente soy perseguido por el gobierno de Nicaragua porque
First
nunca
of all,
tuve
Your Honor, unfortunately, I'm in this country because I've been persecuted in my own home country in Honduras.
y porque simplemente entonces he tratado de, no crea que manejar un carro es por lujo o por gusto andarlo manejando, sino simplemente es una necesidad
You
para
know,
poder,
it's a necessity to drive. It's not something of luxury.
para poder
Oh, oh, that's not a good way to start out with this judge.
ganar un poco, a poder ayudar a mi poca familia que me queda allá en el país,
That
que,
way I could help my family back in in my country.
que también están siendo bastante hostigados, bastante presionados, preguntando. Y sí, también tengo miedo
remember,
que en un
sir,
día,
stop un momento. Remind him that you have to interpret what he's saying and he may need to chop this up a little bit.
Señor Ludis, acuérdese que necesita interpretar todo. Entonces necesita decir algunas palabras y esperar hasta que el intérprete le pueda decir al juez.
sí, está bien.
And as you know, I have family in my country that are also hostile and in a dangerous situation, so I'm the only provider.
What country are you from?
¿Cuál país es usted?
Yo soy de Nicaragua.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I previously said Honduras. It's actually Nicaragua.
All right, you said something different than what he said? Or he-
Yes, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I thought I heard Honduras.
Okay, so you're from Nicaragua.
¿Es de Nicaragua?
Sí, soy de Nicaragua.
Yes.
And how did you end up here?
¿Cómo es que llegó acá?
Yo llegué, entré con un papel de los que daban el ICE, entonces tuve esa oportunidad cuando estaba el presidente Biden. Y
I was
entonces,
entered into with President Biden's during President Biden's presidency, and it was through a permit that I was able to get in.
Okay, so you came in legally
Entonces, usted llegó legalmente
with a permit
sí,
from President Biden?
con un permiso del presidente Biden.
sí, me dieron los papeles de lo que es como el parol, algo así.
Yes, he came in legally, but now that's not how he drives.
Yes, it was like a parole paperwork or something like that.
All right, so you were granted paperwork to enter, you didn't enter and then get your paperwork.
Entonces, ¿usted entró ya con el papeleo o usted lo agarró ya cuando entró?
Mm, a mí me lo dieron en la frontera cuando entré, porque como sí soy perseguido por el gobierno de allá, hostigado, y a mí el gobierno allá, pues todos los que
Un
nosotros,
momento, señor Luis. Yes, it was given to me when I entered through the border as I was being persecuted in my own country.
And what type of persecution were you receiving?
¿Y qué tipo de persecución estaba recibiendo usted?
de por lo menos la policía, la seguridad del Estado, que todos los que no están de acuerdo con el gobierno, entonces lo está apresando, lo está matando. Y él me estuvo casi 4 años preso, me torturó, me hicieron
So
cosas
it
pues que fue
was
muy...
from law enforcement and state security. It was, I had already gone through 4 years of torture from them. It's just things that politics that they're not okay in that country.
So you're crossways with the Nicaraguan government and they've tortured you and you've gotten permission to enter United States.
Entonces usted lo estaban persiguiendo en su país y pudo agarrar permiso para estar en los Estados Unidos.
Por eso el permiso no, los papeles que ellos me dieron son de 2 años. A mí se me vence el papel que me dio el ICE, me vence hasta el año 2020, este otro año, pues que es en el otro diciembre, el 5 de diciembre. Pero yo sí, estoy tratando
Okay.
de...
So the paperwork that they gave me, there's an expiration date. It lasts 2 years, so it actually expires in December 2026.
December of what?
December 2026.
Okay. All right. Now you said, I asked you about this because you said that driving without a license is a necessity because of your persecution. Did I understand that right?
Entonces le pregunto todo esto porque usted dijo que manejar es una necesidad por
Así.
razón de la persecución que pasó en su país, ¿es correcto?
Sí, manejo para sobrevivir y poder obtener un poco de trabajo porque está difícilmente, usted sabe, no tener el permiso de trabajo que se necesita aquí adentro, porque los papeles que yo ando, esos papeles tengo que tener por lo menos un permiso de trabajo.
There?
So it's a little difficult because the job that I have to go to and provide for my family back in my country and the different paperwork that I have, sometimes doesn't facilitate the ability to get a job so easily.
I have no idea what that means.
Basically, Your Honor, that he needs to have transportation to get from job to job to provide for his family back home.
Well, I am not, sir, aware of any Kansas American law that allows that as an excuse.
Lo que yo sepa, señor, no es una excusa de la ley de Kansas
Or a legal defense,
o una defensa legal,
because we have a lot of people who actually live, born and raised in Kansas that have the same dilemma of needing to get to work to feed their families.
porque igual tenemos un dilema de los que están nacidos acá que necesitan sobrevivir y llegar a su empleo de igual manera.
And they're still required to follow the law of having a license when they drive.
Pero también se le requiere la misma ley que necesitan tener una licencia si están manejando.
But if you want to talk to an attorney to see if there is some legal defense in that, you can
Pero si
either
usted
hire an
quiere,
attorney
puede contratar un abogado para ver si hay una defensa, si puede ayudarle con ese proceso.
and if you cannot afford to hire an attorney, you can apply and see if you qualify for a court-appointed attorney.
Y si usted no puede conseguir su propio abogado por cuestión de economía, uno de la corte se le hará apuntado.
Would you like an opportunity to obtain an attorney and seek attorney's advice before we proceed?
¿Usted quisiera agarrar un tipo de ayuda del abogado antes de que procedamos el día de hoy?
Sí, sería bueno porque yo le voy a decir, uno
Yes.
pobre y usted sabe, esto es lo que quiere en el país, uno una ayudita, porque para qué las cosas están muy duras ahora y entonces...
Yes. Un momento. It would be fine, Your Honor, to get an attorney, please, because the situation is difficult.
The situation is what?
Difficult here.
Difficult. Well, you said you're employed. Where do you work?
¿Dónde trabaja? Dice que tiene trabajo, ¿verdad?
Ahorita me vine acá para Texas, agarré un trabajo ahí y ahí estoy ganando $600, pero ahí estoy
Hang on.
echándole
Yes, I
ganas.
have a current employment in Texas, and I'm getting $600.
You're supporting yourself and your family in Nicaragua on $600, what, a month?
Es 600 al mes que está apoyándose usted y a su familia en Nicaragua.
Sí, sí, estoy
Yes.
apoyándola.
600 al mes.
No gano 1,200 quincenal y entonces a mi familia les ayudo porque
1,200 every 15 days.
Okay. Tell you what, I'm going to have you get a written application and have you fill that out under oath and get that back to me.
Déjeme enviarle una aplicación escrita que necesita llenar y necesita regresarlo a la juez.
pero en español porque inglés no sé nada, por eso fue que
Would it be in Spanish, Your Honor? Because I don't know
Of course.
English.
Now, y'all know that I am directionally illiterate and geographically declined. It's just one of the things about me. How far would the commute every day be from Kansas to Texas? Like, is it, I mean, to me, that doesn't seem like it would be worth the wages to commute that far every day. Yeah, am I wrong? Am I wrong in thinking that? Unless he stays where he's at for a while. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. You'd spend more time driving than working.
Of course.
Sí, claro.
porque sí requiero ayuda y ya pronto voy a
Señor,
retornar.
deje que la juez hable, por favor, por respeto, por favor.
Bueno,
And
Go ahead, Your Honor.
I'm going to order that you reappear April 2nd at 1:30 by Zoom.
Voy a ordenar que usted se aparezca el 2 de abril a la 1:30 por Zoom.
You
Oh,
failed to appear August 14th, 2024. Why did you fail to appear?
¿Por qué no se apareció agosto 14, 2024?
porque todo lo que ellos me dieron, la página era inglés y yo no sabía nada de inglés, entonces no tenía nadie que me pudiera ayudar.
The instructions that to get on were in English, so I didn't understand it, and I didn't have anyone to help me to get on.
You don't know anyone that speaks English?
¿No conoce a nadie que habla inglés?
No, en ese tiempo no conocía a nadie
Not at
para
that time,
nada.
Your Honor. I didn't know anybody that spoke English.
How long have you been in the United States?
¿Y cuánto tiempo has estado en los Estados Unidos?
Ya ahorita ya tengo como año y medio ya después,
It'll
pues
be about a year and a half now.
But in a year and a half, you didn't meet anybody that could speak English and help you?
En año y medio no conoció a nadie que le podía ayudar que hablaba inglés.
sí, conocí un patrón que estaba ahí en Kansas, pero él se fue para México y estaba queriendo aprender un poquillo,
Yes,
pero
I had a boss there in Kansas, but he moved to Mexico.
All right, well, do we have his email, Destiny?
I'm looking now, Your Honor. I do not have one on file.
Do you
Señor,
have an
¿tiene un correo
email,
electrónico?
son?
¿Tiene un correo electrónico?
yo creo que sí.
Me lo dicta, por favor.
Sale como Ludis Eliezer Martínez Torres.
¿Cuál es su correo electrónico, por favor?
El problema es que no me lo sé. Si por aquí
I
no se
don't know
puede,
the email.
All right, well, sir, you've gotten yourself into a jam in the court system of the state of Kansas.
Mire, señor, se ha involucrado en un problema, entonces, en el sistema de la corte en Kansas.
Now, that means you've got legal troubles here in Kansas.
Tiene problemas legales aquí en Kansas.
And if you don't want to be in opposition with the legal system in Kansas,
Si usted no quiere estar en oposición de las leyes aquí en Kansas,
you need to do something to find a way to help you understand court orders.
necesita tener una manera para entender el sistema de la corte.
I have got to have a way to contact you, sir.
Necesito alguna manera para ver cómo contactarlo.
Mi número
We're
telefónico.
not going to be able to do this with you saying you don't know anyone that speaks English and you don't know your email address.
Y no hay ninguna manera que podamos hacer esto si usted dice que no tiene a nadie que puede ayudarle en inglés y luego ni me da un correo electrónico.
I can get an application in Spanish for an attorney to you, but you have to give me a way to get it to you.
Puedo agarrarle y conseguirle un abogado que lo pueda representar, pero necesito una manera para que este papeleo le llegue.
So how do I get that to you?
¿Cómo es que le puedo enviar este papeleo?
Yo tengo un correo electrónico, pero como estoy en esta aplicación, no puedo entrar al correo y para verlo, cómo es que sale. Porque
I do have an email, but since I'm on this Zoom, there's no way for me to look it up while I'm on this Zoom.
Is there anyone with you in that car?
¿Hay alguien con usted en ese vehículo?
no,
Oh. Oh no, Judge Webster just noticed that the guy with no license is the only person in the vehicle.
No.
pero con permiso, la única oportunidad es darle mi número y yo ahí mandarle un mensaje normal con todo el correo electrónico.
I could text my email to you if I'm given a phone number to text.
Where are you located right now?
¿Dónde está localizado el día de hoy?
En Texas,
Texas.
Where exactly in Texas?
¿Dónde?
por lo menos usted puede mandarme
¿Dónde, señor, en Texas?
en Texas. Estoy en, ¿cómo que se llama? En Grand Prairie.
Grand Prairie? Grand Prairie?
Ya, en Grand Prairie es un 505. Ese es el cuarto. Por lo menos ahí puede mandar el papeleo.
¿Tiene una dirección?
Sí, el
What's
505.
the name of the town?
He's giving me an address, Your Honor, where he's staying. Would you like that?
Sure.
¿Cuál es la dirección?
Es 505.
Ok.
Por lo menos el 505 me lo puede mandar.
Mire, señor, necesito una dirección. Por favor, dícteme su dirección, que la jueza está esperando.
Pues le digo, mire, Grand Prairie, apartamento 505.
¿Cuál es el número que va enfrente? Necesita un número, Grand Prairie, apartamento 505. ¿Qué es ese número?
Ese es el
¿En qué,
número del...
¿en qué pueblo, ciudad está?
Está aquí en Texas.
¿Qué ciudad en Texas?
Pues aquí yo lo que sé que es una sola ciudad, Texas, ¿no? No es
No,
Dallas, nada.
señor.
Does he have an address or does he not?
He doesn't know the address, Your Honor.
Does he know the name of the town he's in?
He doesn't. He says it's just Texas.
Just Texas. Are you at work?
¿Está trabajando?
Sí,
Yes.
Do you know who you work for?
¿Para quién trabaja? ¿Lo sabe?
Trabajo ahí para un señor ahí que me ha dado trabajo. Creo que ya me van a correr ya porque como he estado mucho tiempo, pero no importa,
Your
usted
name,
sabe que
sir?
For a man here in here in Texas, but I've taken too much time, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna have a job now. But it's okay.
You're the only one in that car. You've driven to work, correct?
Usted es el único en el vehículo y usted ha manejado al trabajo, ¿verdad?
sí, como aquí uno en el trabajo se queda.
Yes.
Sir, it is illegal under Kansas law, and I'm pretty sure Texas law, to drive without a driver's license.
Usted sabe que es ilegal aquí en Kansas y también en Texas de manejar sin licencia válida, ¿verdad?
Sí, yo sé, pues le he dicho
Yes.
que no manejo por gusto ni por andar en carro, sino simple manejo por una
Don't
necesidad.
answer. I've got a lot of
I
people
know.
waiting.
And it's for necessity, Your Honor.
So you admit you're violating the law of driving without a license for the reason of necessity. Is that correct?
Entonces, ¿es correcto que usted está diciendo que es por necesidad que está quebrando la ley?
No es quebrar la ley, simplemente yo no quisiera eso,
I
porque
wouldn't
diga,
want to break the law, Your Honor.
Excuse me?
I would not want to break the law.
Well, you're doing it by driving today.
Pero lo está haciendo porque está manejando el día de hoy.
no estoy manejando fuera de la calle. Yo estoy aquí donde trabajo, solo de donde duermo, aquí al trabajo, pero no manejo en la
I don't
calle,
drive out
fuera.
in the street, Your Honor.
Yeah, you just told me you drove to work. You're sitting in a car with no other people in it. Your appearance bond.
I don't drive on the street. What the heck do you do? Make the truck fly?
Bueno, igual manera está en un vehículo y me dice que se trabaja, necesitan manejar para ir al trabajo. Pero usted tiene una fianza.
Sí, ya la pagué.
Yes, and I paid for it.
Requires that you not violate any laws.
Su fianza requiere que usted ya no quiebre ninguna ley.
Sí, está bien.
Señor, deje que la juez hable, no responda, por favor, por respeto.
I am ordering that your appearance bond be revoked for continued violation of the law.
Entonces pido que sea revocado por violación de la ley.
I am ordering that your bond be set at 10,000 cash or surety.
Voy a poner que usted necesita tener una fianza de $10,000.
Ay, Dios.
And the next appearance you have, once you're picked up on that warrant, is to be live in person at the Butler County Courthouse.
Y la próxima vez voy a pedir también que se haga una orden de arresto y necesita estar en persona para la próxima fecha de corte.
Mr. Regier, I have not given you the opportunity to say anything today. Would you like to be heard?
Forgive me, Your Honor, I appear to have been previously muted. One moment, please.
Señor Deere del Estado, de la Fiscalía, ¿hay algo más que agregar? Un momento, señoría.
Hay que pagar esa multa entonces.
So I would have to pay, Your Honor, that amount.
You would have to pay that amount to bond out again.
Tendré que pagar esa cantidad para cuando necesite salir libre.
¿Cómo así? Pero no entiendo. Quiero que me explique usted.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
Let's let Mr. Regier be heard.
Un momento.
Your Honor, I appear to have previously experienced certain technical difficulties. If I could respectfully inquire as to the case number for this one.
Okay, 2024 TR 1495 State of Kansas versus Ludi Eleazar Martinez Torres. And I certainly understand your plight with technical difficulties. My computer is fraught with those issues on a regular basis.
Your Honor, I am reviewing the appearance bond in this case. It does appear to include an appearance. It does appear to include an appearance date of today's date and time, January 29th, 2025 at 9 a.m. I am not showing any special conditions actually enumerated on the bond. So in that sense, it would appear that the defendant has at least complied with the bond insofar as the appearance is concerned. So I just want to have that noted for purposes of the record.
All right, let's give her a chance to interpret that.
Muy bien, señoría, he encontrado el cargo aquí de 24 TR 1495. Hasta ahora sí aparece que él ha pagado y es la primera fecha de apariencia, que es el día, la fecha de hoy, es enero 29 de 2025 a las 9 de la mañana de aparecer en la corte.
Your Honor.
Well, I guess, Mr. Martinez, it's your lucky day that apparently Texas doesn't require as a condition of bond that you follow the laws.
And oh, she is not happy about it.
Bueno, está bajo suerte, señor Ludis, porque usted no es como requisito en Texas que no siga la ley, entonces no va a haber una fianza.
My standard written bonds, I should say the state of Kansas's standard written bonds, require that a condition of bond be to follow the laws and not to continue breaking the law.
Mi condición de tener una fianza es que no se quiebren en el estado de Kansas.
And Your Honor, it would also appear that the appearance bond does have a certain address in the state of Kansas, and there is some language in the appearance bond that would appear to suggest this appearance bond was executed in the state of Kansas.
Y sí aparece, señoría, que tiene una dirección bajo Kansas y que también se le envió la correspondencia en el estado de Kansas.
I'm going to have to look at that bond again because I thought it was a foreign bond to me.
Tenemos que ver la fianza de nuevo.
Is that the one filed October 1st of 24? No, that's the bench warrant for failure to appear. Is that an appearance bond filed October 17th or January? I'm sorry, strike that. Is that an appearance bond filed January 17th of 25 that you're looking at, Mr. Regier?
Your Honor, the appearance bond that I have in my file does not appear to have a file stamp date, although it does appear to have a date attached, at least suggesting sometime in October of last year.
And I stand corrected. That is an appearance bond for the state of Kansas. It is Butler County. It's a different form than what I'm used to. Appear in Division OC. What is Division OC? Well, that's out. Okay, it's out of Shawnee County, Kansas. If you look down at the bottom, I don't know why it says the state of Kansas, Butler County, but if you look at the bottom, it was clearly issued in Shawnee County, Kansas, which would be Topeka. And it does have a warning: intimidation of a witness or victim would be subject to violations of the law, but it does not have what Butler County, Greenwood County, 13th Judicial District would have as far as requiring that they not violate the law. Would you agree with that? Johnson County, and then it's stamped Johnson County Sheriff. So it says it's Shawnee County, Kansas. That's the defendant's address, apparently. Mr. Regier, it says he was living in Shawnee County, Kansas. Okay, Shawnee, Kansas, the city of Shawnee, not the county of Kansas. And It was posted by Johnson County Sheriff, October 1st, 2024. So Johnson County uses a different warrant than Butler County uses. In any event, I'm not revoking your bond because the standard condition that I usually have on here is not on here.
De igual manera, no voy a revocar esta fianza.
But I am continuing this case to April 2nd at 1:30.
Pero sí voy a continuar esta corte el 2 de abril a la 1:30.
And you must appear in person at the Butler County Courthouse at that time.
Tiene que venir en persona en esa fecha a esa hora.
And I want to be clear that I don't know how or where you are, but you are not, as a condition of your bond in this case, to drive again without a license.
Y como condición, no sé dónde se encuentra, ni con quién, ni cuándo, pero no debe de estar manejando para nada.
Está bien.
And I don't care
That's
what
fine.
state you're in, you cannot illegally drive without a license.
No importa qué tipo de estado está, pero no puede manejar sin licencia válida.
Because my job is to enforce the laws of the state of Kansas, and that's what I'm going to do.
Mi trabajo es enforzar las leyes del estado de Kansas y es lo que voy a hacer.
And if you get me an application for court-appointed attorney, and I find that you qualify, I will appoint one, but you have to provide me an address or some way of getting a hold of you.
Y de igual manera necesito enviarle esta aplicación para que pueda agarrar un abogado apuntado de la corte, pero necesito alguna dirección para enviárselo.
Do you still have this telephone number that you put on the bond? I don't want to put the whole thing on there because we're live on YouTube. And I want to protect his.
Tu número de teléfono, señor, es
Bueno,
913-275.
Es 913.
I don't want you to give me the full number.
me-
I just want to know if if the number you put on your bond is still your telephone number.
El número que usted puso en la aplicación de fianza, ¿todavía ese es el mismo número para contactarlo? Yes.
Sí.
And
Yes.
is that address in Shawnee, Kansas, still where you live?
Y esa dirección en Shawnee, Kansas, es el lugar donde todavía usted vive.
Sí, lo que pasa es que en el tiempo de
Yes.
frío me
Ya,
vengo para acá.
señor, solo diga sí o no.
So that's where
¿Es la
you
misma
live.
dirección?
Sí,
Yes.
That's where you sleep of a night.
¿Ahí duerme?
yes.
But you work in Texas for someone you don't know at some location you don't know.
Pero usted trabaja en Texas para alguien que no conoce. ¿Y
Sí,
sabe
no lo
quién es?
conozco. No lo conozco.
I don't think the judge believes him.
Yes, I don't know him.
All right, well, I find you very unbelievable, sir.
Bueno, igual no le creo, señor.
But I am ordering that you be back here April 2nd, 1:30 as a condition of your bond.
Pero necesito que usted llegue en persona el 2 de abril a la 1:30 y esa es la condición de
Está
su
bien.
fianza.
Una pregunta.
That's fine.
And
Una
if you want a
question.
court-appointed attorney, get the application back to me by the end of this week.
Regréseme la aplicación para que usted pueda obtener un abogado apuntado a la corte antes del fin de esta semana.
And if you do not comply with my orders, including do not drive, you will stand to lose that cash bond you posted.
Y si usted no cumple con los requisitos y no entrega la aplicación y sigue manejando, entonces va a perder ese dinero que ha puesto.
Ajá, lo que le quiero preguntar a usted, entonces,
Okay.
ya
I have
no
a
está,
question.
ya no está.
One question, but I have used up most of my docket on one person and I've got a lot more to cover.
Disculpe, pero no tengo tiempo y he gastado mucho tiempo en una persona y tengo muchas otras personas que llegar.
última pregunta que le voy a hacer a usted. Entonces ya no hay fianza, como decía ella que me quería poner $10,000,
So
nada,
there's no cash bond of $10,000?
porque yo ya pagué mi fianza.
Posted a $1,000 cash bond, as I recall.
Era,
And I am setting aside the bench warrant and the $10,000 cash bond, as long as you continue to not drive and reappear when I told you to.
si usted se aparece en persona abril 2 a la 1:30 y no maneja, entonces no va a haber una orden de arresto ni tampoco esa multa.
El 2 de
Mientras que
abril.
usted se aparezca el 2 de abril a la 1:30 en persona.
Ok, está bien, voy a presentarme con
Okay,
el patrón
that's
de allá
fine.
And next time you come to court, do not wear a hat.
Y por favor, la próxima vez que usted se aparezca a la corte, no use gorra.
That
Está
is a
bien.
sign of
Gracias.
disrespect in this.
Es una señal de no tener respeto.
Lo siento, dígale que no sé nada yo cómo son las.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
All right, we'll be in recess and you may go, sir.
Yes,
Oh man, she really, really wanted to revoke that that bond. She really, really, really wanted to. Instead, she only amended it, and I think she's pretty sure that the next time she sees him, he'll be in the driver's seat again, and she'll get her chance.
puede ir, ya vamos a entrar en receso.
But you find
Gracias.
somebody else to drive that car.
Consiga alguien que maneje ese carro.
Ok, está bien.
Okay,
All right,
that's fine.
Ms. Dahlia, would you please see if anyone else needs a Spanish interpreter? We will now be on the record in Gaston, 2024 TR 3432, State of Kansas versus Emily Claire Gaston. Jared
Yes.
Regier for the state. Miss Gaston, if you'll unmute, appearing in person and pro se, you are Emily Gaston.
Yes.
And you're charged with one count of insurance violation. You've heard me talk about that. Do you want to look into diversion?
It wasn't insurance violation, it was my tag renewal.
Well, let me double check you. Because that is a lot of difference in penalties. Well, they're charging insurance violation. Let's look at the citation.
I've never had a gap in my car insurance.
Okay, let's take a look. There is a citation issued December 25th, 2024 at about 3:55, alleging that on I-35 at mile marker 71.8 north, you were driving a Sportage, and it says without liability insurance.
I've had liability insurance and I've always had it.
All right, I am going to set your case over to May 28th at 9 a.m. And in the meantime, get your proof of insurance to the county attorney and they will probably dismiss that.
Who am I getting it to?
Butler County Attorney. And I think they like you to send your proof, Mr. Regier, that A Reception website. It's A Reception, like A Reception. Go ahead, Mr. Regier.
Your Honor, I believe the court has already accurately referred to the spelling of that particular email address.
And he's not going to do it again, Your Honor. The court said it once, and that was once enough.
But it's A Reception at bucoks.com.
That is the state's understanding, Your Honor.
Okay, so A Reception, RECEPTION, then the @ BUCOKS.com. If that for some reason wouldn't work, their phone number is 316-321-6999.
Okay, and I'm just showing current proof of insurance, or do I need to
Show them the proof of insurance that you had at the time of the
have
stop.
the time? Okay.
That's what's important. And where do you live?
Where do I live? Overland Park, Kansas.
Overland Park. Well, technically, I'm going to have to make you go into courtroom security 2 in a breakout room, and they're gonna have to arrange to get picture and prints taken. Bond set at $1,000, which means you don't have to put any money up.
Is there a reason that I have to do the fingerprint?
Kansas law requires me as a judge to order anyone that appears with an A or B misdemeanor to do that. And it's just a set statute. And I know you're saying that that's the wrong charge.
Yeah.
But, I hear lots of times that I've got, I didn't do it and blah, blah, blah. And
Well, I did
require
with
you to
expired
do-
tags, and I went and got those renewed and everything. Like the officer told
Oddly
me.
enough, you weren't charged with the tag violation.
Yeah.
Mr. Regier, am I missing anything here? Am I not interpreting this the way it reads?
Now that I'm looking at my ticket, it does say vehicle liability insurance, but that was never part of our conversation with the officer that pulled me over. I gave him my insurance. Everything was fine. It was just my tags.
All right, well, I will let you and your attorney or you and the county attorney work that out, but that's what I'm looking at right now,
Okay.
and that's what I'm ordered to do, so I have to pass the order on.
Okay.
down. Okay, so look for an invitation to a breakout room with court security too. Ms. Gaston, you have a question?
Yeah, I was wanting to consult with my attorney before I schedule to come in and take pictures and fingerprints, just with the incorrect ticket and everything. And the officer had said that he was gonna have to put down that I was refusing. I'm not refusing. I would just like to talk to my
If you do
attorney.
not do this, I'm gonna have to issue a warrant.
No, I'll do it. I would just like to consult with my attorney first,
Well,
and he's not
You
here right
gotta
now.
consult with your attorney before the date the officer gives you.
Okay, is there a reason for that? That I can consult my
Okay,
attorney.
you seem like a very nice, agreeable kind of person, and I can appreciate your concern. But I've already answered that question. I don't know if that ticket was issued correctly or not. Even if he had issued you at the Class C, I have discretion of making you be processed. Usually my discretion is to not order it unless you fail to come to court. But on that insurance, I don't have discretion. Have your attorney look in the statute book and he can read to you that I have to order that. And I am ordering that. And you will come, when the deputy tells you to, and you will talk to your attorney before then if you wish to. But I don't have discretion on that, Ms. Gaston. I don't think you're trying to be difficult. And I probably wouldn't be as frustrated if frankly the docket hadn't been delayed, but.
Oh, yeah.
But Deputy, can you give her a few days on that so she can have time to talk to an attorney? I know
Sure.
you're tied too. If they give you the dates and,
Yeah, I can schedule it next week sometime.
okay, great.
Is there a number that I can reach you at, and I can, once I talk to
You
my
go back
attorney?
in the breakout room. I've got.
Yes, I'm sorry, yes.
Thank you, Ms. Gaston. On the record in 2024 TR 188, State of Kansas versus Nicholas Martinez. Jared Regier for the state. Nicholas Martinez, are you here? Nicholas Martinez. Nicholas Martinez fails to appear. No Nicholas Martinez on an operating without a license on bond. Cash bond. Nicholas Martinez, you're about to lose a cash bond if you don't show up. Posted a cash bond of $1,000. Mr. Regier?
Chunky monkey. Hey, Your Honor.
Wait a minute, who is making that noise? Mr. Pruitt, you're not funny. It's not cute. We're in court. All right, so is Nicholas Martinez here? Nicholas Martinez fails to appear, bond forfeiture of his $1,000 cash bond, bench warrant, recommendation for new bond, Mr. Regier?
Your Honor, for purposes of the record, there does appear to be an appearance bond in the file for an appearance date on January 25th of 2025. Not today's date per se. Although there does appear to be some indication as to how this case got on today's docket. In any event, C is recommending that the amount be doubled to 2,000 cash or surety if the court is satisfied in all other respects.
Well, if he showed up on the 25th, what day of the week was that?
Your Honor, the state's understanding is that is a Saturday. If I may review the electronic file very briefly.
All right. You should have known we didn't have court on Saturday. You should have found it out. Mr. Pruitt, I do not know what you're doing, but you've been distracting throughout these hearings. Keep your shirt down, sit down, and quit wandering around.
I'm taking care of kids, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Well, we don't normally bring our children to court, sir. I love children. They're the greatest thing in the world, but you shouldn't be bringing them to court. Sit down, Mr. Pruitt.
Your Honor, after further review of the court file, the state is prepared to defer to the court how it wishes to proceed under these particular circumstances.
Lawn forfeiture, bench warrant. Bond doubled.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Did Mr. Pruitt think that his little chunky monkey call on the Zoom docket would earn him favorable points with the judge? I don't know what his end game was there, but he should have stayed muted.
Hey, how much is that?
2,000, I believe, wasn't it, Mr. McGear?
Your Honor, the bond that I have in my file would appear to be for 1,000.
So double would be 2,000, Deputy.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
And is that cash or surety, Your Honor?
Cash or professional surety, yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Will now be on the record in Pruitt, 2024 TR 106, State of Kansas versus Kyle Pruitt. Jared Regier appearing for the state. Kyle Pruitt, you may now unmute. Click on that little red button, Mr. Pruitt, that little red thing with the line through it. If you can't, there you go. Thank you, Mr. Pruitt. You are here, sir, on one count of operating without a valid license, a B misdemeanor. Penalties include up to 6 months in jail and $1,000 fine. If you are able and willing to get your driver's license in the near future, you might be eligible for diversion, depending on your history, if any. I would be really surprised because you have a lot of convictions, including a 2024 habitual violator.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Can you repeat that?
I said, I doubt if you'd be eligible for probation because you have a very long history of traffic violations, criminal charges. Do you want to hire an attorney or apply for court appointed?
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to have a court appointed.
Are you employed?
Yes, I just got a new job.
A new job. Where are you working?
Currently out of McPherson, out of their high school.
What
Janitor.
do you do at McPherson High School?
Janitor.
And how long have you been working there?
I just started. Like I haven't even started my first day of work. I start tomorrow or the day after.
Have they done the background check yet?
You're starting a new job and you don't know whether it's tomorrow or the day after.
Yeah, well, just because my boss, the boss said I could start anytime. I'm just waiting to hear back for a babysitter for my kiddos.
Married, living with someone?
Huh?
Are you married or living with someone?
With my girlfriend.
Does she work?
Yeah, she works at Wendy's.
Part-time, full-time?
Full-time, she's a manager.
What's she make per month?
I have no idea.
Does she pay the bills?
Yes.
Are you in El Dorado?
No, I'm in Newton, Kansas. And I'm sorry, Your Honor, I didn't know if you guys didn't know I was incarcerated my last time. That's why there was a I was incarcerated, so I didn't show up my last court date there.
All right. What were you incarcerated for?
Uh Here in Newton, Kansas for what is it? Battery? And I was recently bonded out of Harvey County with extra
They say you were granted probation. Okay, well, that was clear back in 21. Criminal threat, 24. There's your Newton one, maybe.
yeah.
Well, you have one out of Newton, and then you have in Harvey County ag battery with a weapon, endangering a child.
Yep, and
And you're on probation for that?
yes.
Okay, and then now you've got the new one for battery. You've got a 23 one. I don't know if you've got that one.
Ryan.
Okay, I'm going to appoint Attorney Darren Patterson.
Okay.
You have his number?
No, I do not. You said John Patterson?
Darren Patterson, do you have a pencil?
Sab, hand me a pen.
Always.
You gotta be quiet.
Always bring a pen or pencil and paper to court. Don't come to court without pencil and paper. You always have to write stuff down. Let me know, Mr. Pruitt, when you have yours.
I have it, Your Honor.
Okay, it's Darren, Darren Patterson, Patterson. His phone number is, and your court date is April 7 at 8 a.m.
April
7. April 7th at
Okay.
8 a.m. by Zoom. There will be different Zoom codes, so make sure you get them.
Yes, ma'am.
Your bond is continued with conditions that you contact Mr. Patterson today. He'll be probably closed for the lunch hour, but call him, get a hold of him or his staff, and be back here at that date and time given.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Do not commit any crimes,
Nope.
any violations. Mr. Regier, anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Pruitt. You may go.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Missy, you can help him go if you would like. We're on the record in 2024 TR 1195, State of Kansas versus Lauren Renee Stinnett. Jared Regier appearing for the state. Miss Stinnett failing to appear. Oh, are you Miss Stinnett?
I'm here. Yeah.
Okay, put your face on the camera. Were you here at the beginning of the docket?
Yeah. Well, I showed up a
9
little late.
o'clock?
No, I showed up a little late
Yeah, what time did you show up?
at 10.
And why were you an hour late?
I thought it was at 10.
You just thought it was 10? Keep your
Yeah.
face in front of the camera. You kind of told on yourself that you were late, either that or that you're blatantly violating court orders by keeping your hat on. Because everyone was told at the beginning of the docket to remove your hats for court. Did you know you are in court, Miss Stennett?
Yeah.
All right, now you're gonna keep that hat on? Even though you've been told not to wear that hat to court?
Oh, I didn't know I.
Okay, Miss Stennett, let's start over. Take your hat off for court.
Okay.
Take your hat off for court. Step in front of the camera. Your hair is fine. Step in front of the camera. Stop. Now I can't see you because you've got a light in front of you. Go back to where you were. Stop. Hey. Good enough. Okay, thank you, Miss Stennett. Now, when you're told to come to court at a certain time, you better be there because usually a warrant is issued for your arrest. All right. You are charged. This is not your first appearance. You failed to appear July 24th. Looks like you missed court July 29th, 2025, because you were again late, but you were told you could still attempt to join, and that was January. Oh, that's today. That's today that you called. Okay. All right. So okay, you're charged with the registration and the liability insurance. And if you've been here long enough, you've been told that registration is an unclassified misdemeanor with a 30-day to 6-month jail sentence and a fine up to $2,500. And the insurance is a B misdemeanor, 6 months, maximum possible jail time. And these allegedly were incurred February 6, 2024. So we need, please quit swirling your.
Sorry. I was moving.
Okay, I don't know if you listen to me when you're swirling your phone and doing other things.
Oh yeah, I'm listening.
All right. So you know that you're looking at.
I did have insurance and my license and all that when I was pulled over. I just didn't have it on me.
Okay, so you did have insurance.
Yeah.
And you have complied with the statute and provided that to the police officer within 10 days of the stop? No? Did you provide it to the county attorney prior to court today?
Well,
Are you still with me? Miss Stennett,
I have it
Miss Stennett,
right
come back in front of the
here
camera,
that I
please.
have. No, I didn't know I.
All right, keep your camera where I can see you. Miss Stennett, have you
Yeah.
given the county attorney or anyone else proof that you had insurance on the day of the stop? Did you hear me?
Tell somebody proof.
Okay, speak up and answer my question loudly. You said you had insurance at the time of the stop. Did you give anybody proof of that?
No.
Okay, but you do have proof that you can give?
Yeah.
All right, and that was for driving at the time of the stop, right?
Yeah.
Back in 24. You had insurance on the vehicle you were driving on February 6, 2024?
Yes.
All right. I can give you some time to get that to the county attorney, and even though it's awfully late, they may dismiss that. That leaves you with the tag violation. It's also awfully late, a year into this, to be applying for diversion, but do you want to look into their diversion program?
Okay.
Or were you here enough to find out what diversion was today?
Yeah, I was, but if I don't have to apply for diversion, I'd rather not. I'd rather just bring in the proof of my insurance and license.
Okay,
Or
so
either.
you have a traffic matters pending in Sedgwick County, not having your license and improper approach. That's still pending. Apparently you have one also. Okay, so you may have some matters on your record that might interfere with your ability to get diversion. Is that what you're thinking when you say if you don't have to, you don't want to?
What would I be getting diversion for if I did have insurance and
Would you like to talk to an attorney? You can hire any attorney of your choice, or you can apply for court appointed.
I guess so. I'm
Okay, are you
court
employed?
appointed. No.
How long have you been unemployed?
Couple months
Where did you work before you were unemployed?
at Universal Products.
Universal Products. Are you married or living with someone?
No.
I'm going to appoint attorney Darren Patterson. Do you have a pencil to write down his name?
Yeah, I do.
All right, Darren, Darrren, Darren Patterson. His telephone number is 316-322-7700. I'm not seeing you write that down. Is someone writing it
I
for?
have somebody writing it down for me.
Who is?
I have somebody writing it down.
Okay, but it's not someone you live with and helps pay the bills?
Yeah.
Well, I thought you said you didn't live with anyone.
Well, it's just my friend. But yeah, I have it written down.
But your
I have
friend
the
lives
number.
with you. Your friend does live with you and help pay the bills?
Darren Patterson's number.
Can you not hear me?
Yeah.
Well, I asked you, does this friend live with you and help pay your expenses?
Yeah, I said yes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna still appoint Darren Patterson on the provision. You know, I don't even know if I should
Yes.
do that. Who is the friend you live with?
Does it matter? I don't think that they're. I don't
Well,
know.
it matters whether you qualify for a court-appointed attorney or not. I'm not appointing Darren Patterson because you're not forthcoming with the evidence or the information I need. I will still consider an application for attorney if you turn in a written document, but you have to be truthful on that document, or you could be committing perjury. So if you have a roommate that helps pay the bills, that could affect whether you're.
I'm
what your
kind of in
circumstance-
between places right now. I don't really have a job or like
How long
live.
have you, how, is this your friend's apartment or house? Or do you have?
It's just where.
Okay. If you would just give me the answers, I'm not making judgment other than to determine if you qualify for court-appointed attorney. So this person you live with, it's a friend?
I don't really live here with him, with this friend. I just.
How long have you slept there? How many
places.
nights have you slept there?
Maybe just one. I haven't had my apartment for a couple of months.
And this is your apartment?
No, I haven't had my own apartment or place in a couple of months.
And you're not working at all?
No.
And your friend is paying your food, your rent?
No, it's just where like I said, I'm in between places right now.
Well, who's buying your groceries?
Just, I don't know, just friends or family. I don't.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to tentatively appointing Darren Patterson, but You need to talk to Mr. Patterson and be honest about your circumstances, because I need to be able to rely on what you and Mr. Patterson tell me. And right now, I feel like I'm being deceived. All right, call Mr. Patterson today. He's probably still closed for lunch. And be back here. Monday, April 7. Monday, April 7 at 8 a.m. by Zoom. I am ordering that you get a paper application for court-appointed attorney from the clerk of the district court, and you get that back to me today if you want to keep Mr. Patterson as your attorney.
Uh,
I see you have quite a
Okay.
few things going on in your world right now.
okay, I got it. Thank you.
All right. So
All right.
we can work with you as long as you follow the protocol and procedures and the law. But
Okay.
don't-
Yeah. I'll talk with Patterson today.
All right.
Your Honor.
She is on bond, Mr. Regier, for failing to appear, right?
Your Honor, based off my records, I am showing an appearance bond in my file for 1,000 professional surety.
All right. I will continue that, Miss Dennett.
Your Honor,
Michelle?
Okay.
I just want to double check for the accuracy of the notes. So Darren Patterson is appointed.
He
but
is appointed,
She still needs to fill out a paper application, correct?
correct. I know
Okay,
that's inconsistent, and thank you for bearing with me.
I just want to make sure. Our office will open at 1 o'clock from lunch and will remain open until 5 p.m. She can come in at any time.
What town do you live in? Miss Dennett, what town are you in?
Wichita.
You're in Wichita? All right. Do you have someone that can bring you over and get an application?
At Wichita.
What?
But I'll be by there today. Yeah, I do.
I'm happy.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes.
And if they have a valid license, registration and insurance on their car, everything's in working order, you can come over and get your application and talk to Mr. Patterson, fill it out and leave it here.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Dennett. You may go.
Thanks.
Oh my goodness. I am surprised that the judge made it through that one. I didn't think she was gonna. I really didn't. I did not think she was gonna make it through that docket without actually blowing her mind. I had fun cosplaying the judge tonight with my mom's glasses. My mom was as eccentric as Judge Webster. I had to pop the lenses out though, because they would have given me headaches if I had wore them with my mom's prescription. But yeah. These are now my Webster glasses. So that was fun. Oh, and you're not wrong, but on the same token, she was not being honest about her circumstances. So the judge, how can the judge give her help that the judge isn't sure of the level of help that she needs? She said that family and friends were paying for her food and groceries, and she was staying with friends, and at first she said she was living by herself, but then it came out that she's living with this other person, but then she said she's only stayed on their couch for a night. So there's a reason the judge said she felt like she was being deceived. I'm so happy to see you too, Brian Boggs. Hello, love. and Billy's quite well chuffed as well. Oh, so that was fun. But I am gonna go. I'm gonna go take some more NyQuil and go back to bed. I have slept all day, and I am not the least bit sorry for it. Oh my God, I've never heard that one. Oh, that's so wrong. I love you so much. Yeah, but then the judge runs into offending someone for offering help that's not needed or making assumptions, or I don't know. It's a tough place. It's a tough place. Hey, you're joining an hour late, man. The docket started an hour ago. Give me a break. You just have to rewind. That's all. That's all. But yeah, so I'm gonna go get some more rest. Your son's funny. Your son's funny. Thank you guys for coming out. Oh my gosh, yes. 100%. 100%. I love you guys so much. Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.